Hello, Hilltop. Here I am in the entryway of our church, and I cannot think of a better place to stand than right here as I invite each and every one of you into one of our MCCI implementation teams. This is the next step in this incredible journey that God has been taking us on, this journey of breakthrough. All through 2018, we've been praying for God to reveal His mightiest dreams to us in this church. And with our MCCI report, which passed with overwhelming support at our all-church vote about a month ago, we are now stepping into a new era of ministry. It is a new day. A new day has dawned for us at Hilltop. And there's an opportunity for each and every person in this church, whether you've been here for 4 decades or this Sunday was your first Sunday, whether you're a member or just a regular attender. Maybe you've only come once, or maybe you're still checking us out. Maybe you watch with us online and you're not here with us physically present every Sunday, but there is an opportunity for everybody to be a part of God's breakthroughs moving forward. And while throughout 2018 we were praying for breakthroughs, we now know what those breakthroughs are. They are tangible, they are specific, and they are exciting, and everybody gets the opportunity to be a part of them. If you were here on Sunday, you got this brochure about putting ministry back in the hands of the people here at Hilltop. This brochure was your opportunity to show us where your passions lie, where your interests lie when it comes to our MCCI recommendations. But we're doing this video because we're going to put this form online, and we want everybody to know about it. So if you were here on Sunday, that's great. I'm glad you had a brochure. But if you're watching this online for the first time, know that there's going to be a link attached to this video, either in the description or on Facebook or on YouTube or in an email that you get this one. However you get this video, there's going to be a link that directs you to where you can tell us where you're feeling God call you into this next stage of ministry for Hilltop United Methodist Church. So I'm just going to walk through these teams real quick. Remember, all of these teams are open to everybody in the church. You don't have to be a member. You could have just come for the first time this week. We want everybody to feel welcome into one of these teams, because we truly do believe that God's grace is alive and active in everybody's lives, and everybody has a voice. Everybody has fresh eyes that they can bring to the ministry that we do here at Hilltop for God. So the first few teams that I want you to know that you're invited for, the first and foremost one is our Breakthrough Prayer Team. I and a few others have been leading the Breakthrough Prayer Initiative here at Hilltop, but we are ready to expand that group. I know of so many in this church whom Breakthrough Prayer has been such a powerful thing for them this year, and I want to especially invite them, those who have truly felt the impact of Breakthrough Prayer in their lives. We need your help to lead Breakthrough Prayer initiatives to an even higher level in 2019 here at Hilltop. So make sure you sign up for that team as you look through the rest of these teams as well. The next team involves our prescription, our recommendation that we were given, that we approved, to do even more, to do really all that we can to reach the next generation of children, youth, and their families for Christ. Remember, we learned that in our 3 and 5 mile radius, there are literally thousands of people who are not only not affiliated with the church, but claim no faith at all. And these are people with young families. And so the harvest is truly plentiful. There's a lot of good work that we can do just in our neighborhood to reach young children, youth, and their families for Jesus. If that stirs a passion in your heart, we want to know about it. Make sure we know, make sure you check that box so that we know you're passionate and interested in the ministry of that team. The next team is our guest welcome team. As I stand here in the entryway, many of you remember what it was like to be a guest at this church for the very first time. It's one of the things that Hilltop does incredibly well, is welcoming new guests. But believe it or not, we do have guests walk in this door and then they walk out and they never return. We want to make sure that every single person who walks through these doors truly feels welcomed. Not only welcomed that day, but welcome to return to follow Jesus with us. We don't want to lose a single person. We want everybody who walks through these doors to know that we want them to become a disciple of Christ with us. And so if welcoming guests excites you, if you were blessed by the own welcome that you received, or maybe you've seen a few things that can be improved in the way we welcome guests here, we want to know about it. So make sure you check that box and be a part of that team that will be formed very soon. The next team, man, this is an exciting one. All of these teams are exciting, but I've seen so much passion around this particular team, our Signature Ministry Research Team. Remember that recommendation that the MCCI consultants gave us, that we need to find Hilltop's one big thing, that one thing that God is calling us to do missionally in our neighborhood and in our community, to truly reach the churchless, to truly reach those who have no church affiliation, who have no church family. What can we do to meet their felt needs, but also the true needs of their hearts, that need for more abundant life in Christ? So many of you have seen so many needs in our area. For decades, you've had dreams and visions and desires for what Hilltop could do for our area. This is your opportunity to share those dreams and visions with the church. And so be a part of this for the Signature Ministry Research Team. We're ready to blow the walls off of this church and just reach the multitudes. And this is going to be a primary way that we do it. So make sure you show us that you're interested and that you're passionate about that team. The next three teams are all sort of in this same bubble of giving thanks to God for this beautiful building and property that we've been given, but also knowing that part of good stewardship, part of having a building like this, part of having a property like this, is constantly reevaluating it, constantly dreaming, constantly brainstorming, what can we do next with this beautiful gift that God has given us. Think about all the amazing things that have happened in this building: weddings, funerals, baptisms, all the times we've gathered around the table for Holy Communion, all the incredible acts of worship that we've experienced, all the incredible ministry that has gone forth from this place. Think about all the people who have been called to full-time ministry from this place, pastors in our conference and around the world right now from this church. God has done amazing things here, and God will continue to do amazing things here. And we want to be good stewards of that gift. And so our Strategic Master Facilities Planning team, that's going to be sort of the overarching team of this brainstorming, of this dreaming. What can we do better with the building that we have? And just what if God is calling us to a building project in the future? And who knows what that could be. But we know you have dreams and visions, and we want you to be a part of that. Our signage team, one of the things we learned from our consulting process is that we could do a much better job of putting clear, concise, welcoming and hospitable signs both inside our building and outside our building. And so if you are concerned, especially about that guest welcome aspect of who we are, we want people to walk into our building and to know where the nursery is. We want people to know that they can find the bathroom easily. When people are looking for our church in our neighborhood, we want to know that they can very easily identify who we are and where we are because of our signs. This is one of those unknown, but especially to us who are regular here, but an incredible need is better signage at our church. And it's a very important part of welcoming the outsider into our family life here at Hilltop. So if that stirs your interest, if that is a passion for you, be sure to sign up for that team. And last but not least is our Sanctuary Enhancement team. This is going to be a brainstorming team, a dreaming big dreams team. When we gather together and we truly pray for God's breakthrough continuing to happen in our sanctuary, but again, we ask that question, what does God want to do next in that space? For 20 years now, God has been doing amazing work as we have been worshiping the Lord in that space, and God has broken through in mighty ways in so many hearts, countless hearts, because of the worship that has happened in there. But what can we do next? How might that space become a multi-purpose room throughout the week as we grow busier, as we grow bigger, as we have more events happening here, more important good ministry happening here throughout the week? We're in desperate need for more space. What would it look like for our sanctuary to be a multi-purpose space throughout the week, as well as a sacred place of worship on Sundays? What would it look like for us to make sure that everybody who sits in that sanctuary has a clear line of sight to the front? Because that's honestly a concern of ours right now, is not everybody who's in there can truly have a good view of what's happening, the leadership that is happening, and the testimony and the witness that is happening at the front of the sanctuary. And finally, how might we be able to enhance the front of the sanctuary for more flexible ministry opportunities. As we continue to grow as a church, we want to continue to offer worship opportunities that meet the desires of the diverse group of people that we have here. And we're really longing for a more diverse, more flexible space at the front of the sanctuary. What would that look like for us as a church? We need your brainstorms. We need your dreams. We need everybody involved in this. So if this particular team piques your interest, increases your passions, we want to know about it, so be sure to check that box. So that's what I have to share with you. Don't forget that we're still praying for a breakthrough. We're still praying for God to continue to work among these teams to lead us into this next generation of ministry here at Hilltop. And remember, everybody is invited. Please click the link that's attached to this video, either in the email or on social media where you got this from. Know that by checking a particular ministry team or multiple ministry teams, you're not committing your life away. This is just you sharing your interest. We will contact you in the future to ask you and to walk with you on what exactly it would look like for you to be a part of one of these teams. So you're not signing your life away, but we are asking every single person to truly pray for God's breakthrough, to truly pray where God is calling them personally to serve as we step into an exciting, incredible era of breakthrough ministry at Hilltop United Methodist Church. See what comes of this, and I'm so excited to see what tomorrow brings for Hilltop. Thanks, God bless, and we'll see you soon.